Okay, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Let's start with our roll call. Tate Davis,
Present.
Tom,
Present.
Michelle,
Present.
Ashley, present, Dan,
Present.
Mandy,
Present.
and then we'll excuse Tommy. He's not with us tonight. Okay, let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Marissa, will you lead us in the pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we will start with the recognition of Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Covey.
Yes,
That's an exciting one.
is an exciting one. And before I get started, Mr. Rob, you get to come on over this way. Welcome. On behalf of Sweetwater District 2, it is my honor to recognize Mr. Malcolm Robb for 27 years. Is this starting 27 or 28? 28 years of teaching. What a commitment to our profession, to our students, and to our community. And I do have a little something here I'd like to read about you. That Mr. Malcolm Robb is an exceptional 7th grade social studies teacher whose passion, experience, and dedication have made a lasting impact on students and colleagues alike. With over 20 years in the district, a master's degree, and board certification, he consistently demonstrates excellence in education throughout his lesson planning, strong alignment to state standards, and meaningful learning targets that support student growth. Mr. Robb has a unique ability to bring history to life through engaging, creative, and interactive lessons that make learning both relative and enjoyable. He skillfully meets the needs of diverse learners by using a variety of teaching strategies and continuously reflects on and improves his instruction, confidence, and accountability while creating a supportive environment where every student feels valued. Known for building authentic relationships, especially when students may struggle to fit into those mainstream norms, Mr. Robb fosters a classroom culture of respect, inclusion, and encouragement. We had amazing groups of teachers that came forth for our Teacher of the Year, and it is just an honor to recognize Mr. Malcolm Robb for our 26th Teacher of the Year for Sweetwater School District Number 2. The mic's all yours.
Well, you're very brave for giving a social studies teacher a life, Mike. This will only take about an hour. I couldn't resist. I really didn't prepare anything other than I wanted to say thank you. It's an honor to work here. I've loved working here. I came here on a one-year contract in 1999, so something held me here. And I just want to thank the board, and I want to thank all of my colleagues and the district for this honor. Thank you, and go Wolves.
Congratulations, and thank you for all of the years of service, and you've been on some fun trips this summer with our students, so thank you for that too. All right, next we'll move on to public comments. Now is the appropriate time for visitors in the audience to be recognized and to speak on items both on the agenda and of general concerns to the patrons of the Green River Schools. There will be a limit of 3 minutes for an individual and 5 minutes for a group spokesperson. No speaker shall speak more than twice on any issue. The board is legally obligated to maintain confidentiality concerning district personnel, and therefore matters concerning district personnel will not be discussed. Do we have anyone who wants to make a comment? Okay, we will move on. I need a motion to approve the agenda with the deletion of 2.02 and 9.01.
So moved.
Moved by Mandy,
Second.
second by Tate. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, I need a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
I'll motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Dan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving right along. The district goals and leadership activities, 5.01, to schedule the meetings for McKinnon and Granger meet and greets. We have on the schedule for October 8th at 5 p.m. We'll leave here at 5 p.m., correct?
Correct.
For McKinnon. And then the Granger meet and greet, we're going to do it over a lunch, and so we're going to do it on October 21st at 10:30, leaving here at 10:30. So if you'll add those to your calendars.
And does that work best for everybody? I mean, that's what we gathered when we were asking, okay?
What was the Granger date again?
The Granger one is October 21st.
And what time we're going to meet?
Meet here at 10:30, or leave here at 10:30.
We'll send out calendar invites after this,
Thank you.
so you'll have it.
Okay, next we have the discussion of the yearly board calendar. It's in your packet. You can see here, it's basically the same as every year. The only thing I think that we need to add something, because I believe it's our year to host the legislative dinner, and we usually do that in December or January. So I don't know if Scott and Brooke can look into dates and
We will,
that.
and we'll report back at the next board meeting.
Okay, thank you. That's the only other thing I saw. Does anyone else have anything about the calendar? Okay. Next, we have a reminder. There's the Hall of Fame game and banquet on September 18th is the football game, and then on the 19th is the Hall of Fame banquet. Do we need to RSVP to you, Brooke? Okay, if you're going, please RSVP to Brooke. Okay, also for reminders, the 2026 WSBA Fall Roundup is September 3rd, and we get to host it, which will be nice. So it'll just be here in the boardroom. The dinner starts at 5 p.m., and then the meeting will be from 6 to 7:30. So it's always nice when we don't have to travel. Then same for that, we need to let Brooke know if we're going. And then WSBA Fall Conference will be November 18th through 20th. This is just to put on your calendar. We'll watch for more information to come out on that for registration. And then lastly, Back to School Movie Night is August 21st at the Wolf Stadium at 7:30 p.m. It's largely being led by the Student Council, so thanks for taking that on, and it should be fun. So encourage everybody to go to that. All right, moving on. This is going to be a quick meeting, hopefully. 6.01, consider approval of the new certified contracts for 2026-27. Mrs. Covey.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Superintendent Dr. Cooper, and Board of Trustees. We are excited for 2 more certified staff to be joining this amazing group of educators. Brianna Herron, special education teacher at Lincoln Middle School, and Darren Heslop. He had a month of retirement and couldn't take it and decided to come back. So welcome back, Mr. Heslop, for work-based learning instructor, district-wide. I appreciate your consideration of approval.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the new certified contracts for 2026-27? Moved by Tom,
Second.
second by Tate. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have consider approval of the certified resignations for 2026-27.
I don't believe we have.
We don't
There
have
are
any?
no
Okay.
resignations, and
I
we are
didn't
very
s-
thankful for that.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was like, this is a late date to have a resignation, so I'm glad that's not on there. Okay, next we have consider approval of internship request, Mr. Gantz.
Madam Chair Custodian, Superintendent Dr. Cooper, members of the board. I am here to talk about Mrs. Kalinsky, who has been working diligently over the last year on her admin credential and a master's degree. And she has reached that point in her program where she's ready to do some supervision and a practicum. So we would request that she approval for the internship hours for her.
Perfect, thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the internship request for Marissa Kalinsky?
So moved.
Moved by Tom,
Second.
second by Mandy. Any discussion? I would just say congratulations, and
Yeah.
you'll be amazing. So,
Good luck.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank
You'll
you.
be amazing.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, next we have presentation on the start of school. Dr. Demery.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Board of Trustees, and Superintendent Dr. Cooper. First, I want to let everyone know we should congratulate Dr. Gantz now, who received his
Oh,
doctoral degree.
congratulations.
Congratulations, always a feat and kind of, I think, from experience, it's definitely a term of endurance. Good work with that. We're proud of you. All right, so just some reminders in regards to, as we get started. As most everybody knows, our staff comes back tomorrow. And for the next 5 work days, they'll be spending some time in professional development, along with a couple work days on Friday and next Tuesday. All these professional development are geared around different content areas that they may be specific to, or we also have Ed tomorrow that'll be working with our secondary folks. We've kind of touched base on some of that, I think, in the past. So we're excited to see everyone tomorrow. We've had around 60 individuals today that participated in some professional learning community training. We had around 40 to 50 yesterday that also were able to participate in some math training for our K-3 folks with Dr. Kuros, who's a local previous teacher of ours. So we were excited to bring her in. So yeah, we're just, people are ready to rock and roll, and we're excited to have them back. The open house schedule, this is again more for community information, as well as if any of you would like to attend any of these. August 17th is a big day for our elementaries and the middle school. You'll see there that we appreciate the middle school starting a little bit later so that parents have an opportunity to go to the elementaries first and then going to the middle school afterwards if they have kids that they share. The high school has already had their freshman orientation, and they're also their activities fair, and they've had several activities for parents to come in. And they've been spending the last, I think, week and a half with registration and schedules. And so students have been very actively kind of visiting that building here the last few days. Just some start and end times. You'll notice that this year, thankfully, all of our elementary schools are sharing the same time. Start time at 8:45, end time of 3:25. Middle school start a little bit earlier at 7:45 and end at 2:45. The high school starts at 7:40, ends at 3:08. Other than on Fridays, they're done at 2:10. And that time after 2:10 is a PLC time for teachers, as well as an opportunity for students, any students that would need to come in and spend some extra time with staff. Expedition Academy is following that similar schedule, which allows for a lot more collaboration between students as well as staff, so that students are able to attend electives at the high school a little bit more easily. They'll start at 8 and be done at 3:07. McKinnon and our other rural schools, you'll see there, they have a little bit different schedules based on their student population. Some reminders for our families, the online registration system. We hope that folks around our community, I know that Daleen Smith from our data management keeps really close track of this information, trying to get to 100% of all of our students registered online. And so we're doing really well right now, but if there's any new families or families that haven't completed that, we hope that they get that done soon, because it helps us with planning and knowing class sizes and those other details that are kind of important. All the information in regards to transportation and nutrition and things can be found on our website. If you can't find it on our website, we ask that you just contact those departments, and they'd be glad to help you out. If there's, for the busing and those types of things, they'll let you know exactly to the minute what time those buses will be there at each drop-off spot. So pretty impressive on their part that they keep such a good close tabs on that. And then school supplies, we also have that information on our website, but if you're unsure, you can always contact your secretary at your buildings, and they'll be glad to help you out. If you're having difficulty with obtaining school supplies, I do have to say our community is wonderful on providing some additional backpacks and schools, and we have some available here as well, but the Stuff the Bus initiative that goes on with a lot of community partners has been really fantastic for our families. So make sure you reach out to those people if you need anything. And next Wednesday is our first day of for students, so we'll be excited to see them back. As usual, it'll take a few days, I think, for them to transition back into the schedule, but we'll be ready. This is just another reminder for folks who may visit our schools. This is our standards response protocol, and again, it's our school safety protocols that we follow. Primarily when we go into any of these here, it's to keep our students safe and keep others safe as well that may be visiting our buildings. And so, just to remind folks that if we're in a secure, which is probably the first step, is we're just going to have everyone inside the buildings. We're going to lock the doors, and it's business as usual inside the building. It's just people have to check in, which we already know that we have a pretty good system in regards to having to buzz into our buildings, but this would provide an additional layer to that. Also, SROs would be contacted, police department would be contacted to check out whatever might be happening outside of our building. This has sometimes happened, this happens several times last school year where something was happening in a neighborhood close to the school, and the police department, just out of abundant, consideration, wanted to make sure that our school was secured. And so that's maybe why we would go into one of these drills. If we go into a hold, now we're going to get into our classrooms, and we're also going to clear the halls. It's business as usual within the classroom, but we just want to make sure that nobody's in the hallways. And again, we're going to have additional security be coming in and maybe walking those halls to check in for whatever that might be that we're concerned about. The lockdown is primarily one of our more intensive drills or protocols where now we're shutting the lights off, we're out of sight, and we're waiting for that all clear from our police department. Evacuate, we practice this. There's a variety of reasons why this would occur. We've had this in the past with maybe a gas leak that we wanted to get students out. And we practice this so students know where to go within our community, a local building close by or local area. Might be the rec center, might be a local church close by that we can attend and then be picked up by their family. Same with the shelter in place where we might have to go to a different place. So those are primarily some of our safety protocols that you might hear about, you might see through Infinite Campus, our messenger app that we try to use and communicate with parents. I know that in regards to Messenger, sometimes parents feel like we need to be communicated right away. There's sometimes reasons why we can't get that message out, and we want to make sure that we're working closely with the police department on knowing when does this information need to go out. Because as we know as parents myself, I'm going to be extra nervous if I hear something that's happening. And we don't want rumors to get spread, and we don't want all that information to just go out rampant on social media when those may not be the facts. And then we have lots of people that get in the way when really we want to allow our police department to come in and do the things that they're trained in to make sure our kids are safe. So hopefully folks understand that. We always have safety as our number one concern, but sometimes I know that the information is just not out there fast enough, and we understand that. We're doing our best. Just presume positive intentions with that. Moving on, for our first day of school, just a reminder that our crosswalks are going to be busy, that we're going to have reduced, the speed zones for the school zones are going to be active, so those lights will be flashing. So, make sure that you're paying attention to those. There's going to be extra traffic in front of our schools as a lot of our new families and new kindergarten parents, they sure like to drop off their kids on that first day. Also remind your kids that in our middle school and high school especially, we do have a district-wide cell phone policy where those cell phones really need to remain in their locker or in their backpacks. Sometimes we understand that some kids may need it for a medical purpose, and so they have certain accommodations that are allowed. But just remind your kids that if they don't need it, sometimes it's even best to keep it at home. And hopefully we don't have too many elementary students with cell phones. But if they do, probably should try to remain those in their backpacks as well. If your child has any medications or any medical needs and that we're not aware of or that may have changed over the summer, please make sure you're contacting our school nurses and letting them know, as well as if there's any educational need, might be nutritional, might be that your child was evaluated over the summer, any of those components that may be new information, we ask that you just let us know so we can accommodate accordingly. All right, we've talked a little bit about this in terms of, if anything's changed, we want to do our best to make sure that we're addressing any of those needs. And so we're asking folks to just let us know. If we don't know, we're not able to provide those services. Also that, sometimes students will go home at the end of the day, and that's when they'll be open to sharing what's happened throughout the day, and we may not be aware. As much as we try to be involved, supervise, all of those components, build those effective relationships, sometimes they just don't share that information with us, but they do at home to a trusted adult. We ask that if any of that's happening, please let us know so we can address it. Whether it be an issue with another student, maybe it could be an issue with a staff member. We can't take care of those things if we're not aware of them. So we ask that you just please communicate with us. We also have a variety of wellness programs and resources on our website that we invite you to check out. If you're in need of any support, whether it be mental health support, counseling, all the way to community resources for housing assistance, or it might be you're experiencing a time of financial crisis and you're needing some supports. We have all sorts of community resources on there as well. In regards to activities, this week, the first day for tennis and golf, and so we're excited for those kids and to have that opportunity. And next week, the other sports will begin and other activities. So football, cheer, dance, cross country, girls swim and dive, and volleyball will all begin next week. And just a reminder, I think most folks are aware of this, as our coaches have been really spreading this information, and we've had, again, some wonderful community medical provider offering free physicals, which is fantastic, but that they have to have that physical before the first day of practice. This is fairly new. This is Senate File 59. If you recall, we talked about this back in June, I believe. This is the K-12 Language and Literacy Act. This is a new required law that we've been working towards trying to make sure we abide by all the different new requirements. And one of those requirements is a required screening. It's an additional assessment that we're having to do with students in our district. We have been previously screening students in grades K-3. That was the law. Now that's been expanded to K-12. For this next school year, we really want to just let folks know that K-8, we're going to screen all students at least once. The K-3 students, we're still going to screen them 3 times. The 9th and 10th grade, this will be new to them. We're going to screen them 1 time as well. We just feel like our seniors are probably on their way out. We're not probably going to be able to do a lot of interventions there. Our juniors, we're going to collect some of this baseline data. If they're at risk, we're definitely going to be screening them as well, allowing for that comprehensive data review. But just so folks are aware, we'll be screening that in the fall. Based on those results, then some students may receive an intervention during the week, which again, at the elementary, middle school level, this has been fairly common. At the high school, it may look a little different. We're going to use our Wolf time to be able to provide them with an additional intervention during the week. And then we'll progress monitor those students again to see if those interventions are hopefully making a positive difference. So this is all new. We've been working with the State Department as they're trying to grasp what their obligations are as well, and working closely with districts, giving us a lot of grace, I will say. They've been communicating with Anne Marie and I, and really letting us know that we have a full year to kind of put this into place. I feel like we have a lot of things already that our staff is ready and has already done, so we're in good shape. But this screening is going to be a little different, so parents might see that their kids are being screened, and again, that's a state requirement now. All right, this isn't exciting. We're going to be able to provide the J-Boot senior boot presentations again this year. And one of the changes that's occurred from last year to this year is that the J Foundation now has a kind of a permanent home in Wyoming in Casper. They call it Jay's Place. And one of the things that we really worked on is because of the work that's been done by our local committee here, they've allowed us to be one of the few hubs across the state so that we don't have to bus all of our kids, our seniors, up to Casper for the day. So we're able to have other surrounding districts also come to us and have those presentations offered here in Green River. We're in collaboration with Western Wyoming College, their Green River campus here. They've gracefully allowed us to use that building, especially in the month of September. So for us, we'll have 3 full days that we can use it for presentations. And then we have other districts that are scheduled to come in as well. A big thank you to a few folks here that have really been behind the scenes and pushing this initiative with Stephanie Fox, Sarah Malacote, Ryan Schaefer, and Jessica Demaray, along with our student ambassadors. We've got some wonderful students that they do a variety of activities throughout the entire school year. And they're not just fundraising activities, they're also just activities for students to connect. And that's been really, I think, a great initiative. What you'll also see, I think, this year, it started at the end of last year, is a lot of our different student groups coming together and doing things collaboratively. So we have our Hope Squad, we have our Student Council, we have FFA, and they're collaborating their initiatives, which I think is great because it's getting kids that sometimes don't always interact with each other to come together for a really good cause, which at the end of the day is just being a good person and checking in on one another. So we're really excited. Hopefully you've been made aware. You've got a calendar invite for the 14th, as you're all invited to come to a presentation from the J-Boot. So I did have the chance, I was sharing with Anne-Marie and Dr. Cooper last weekend to stop at the Cowboy Shop in Pinedale, where this has really originated from. And it was nice to see some of their J Foundation support in there as well. So I definitely recommend to stop in there if you get a chance. I know that Chairman Castilian's already talked about this, Madam Chair, but the movie night, it's going to be the movie Home, which is from 2015. I know many of us haven't seen it. My kids, I think, are too old for that, but from what we hear, it's a fun movie. So, the high school kids begged the student council for it, but we're excited. It was a really good turnout last year, and I know that the student council had talked about kind of, hey, could we do it on a different day where maybe we'll have a little bit better attendance because it won't be the day right before school starts. So it'll be on a Friday, I believe. So we're excited about that. And we're just here to wish everyone a great first day of school and a great successful school year. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And good luck to everyone. It'll be a good year. Moving on, we have bid requests, approval of RFP results for full-size SUV replacement of 329. Brennan.
Madam Chair, Superintendent Dr. Cooper, members of the board, the Transportation Department would like your consideration for approval. We had several vendors put in RFP bids. We have opted not to use a particular manufacturer just because of some of the frustrations that we've had with service costs and recalls for those vehicles. Our fleet is mostly comprised of those vehicles, and we've had a lot of issues. So we've opted to go with a different manufacturer here.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the bid for the replacement of the SUV 329 in the amount of $61,247?
So moved.
Moved by Tom,
Second.
second by Tate. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have approval of the RFP results for a dump trailer replacement of 426.
This is a approval for replacement dump trailer for the maintenance department.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the RFP for the dump trailer replacement of 426 in the amount of $13,095?
So moved.
Moved by Tate,
Second.
second by Mandy. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, we have approval of the RFP results for GRHS CTE renovations. Dr. Cooper.
Yeah, I'm going to field this one. Mr. Kandowski is out of town today. This is great news. This is about our Green River High School CTE renovation project. We finally have some engagement from a contractor here, Grow House Construction, and they are bidding on the design part of the phase of this work at $50,000. So we ran this through our facilities committee on Friday, and we are making a recommendation to move forward with Grow House.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the GRHS CTE renovation bid to Grow House Construction in the amount of $50,000?
So moved.
Moved by Tom,
Second.
second by Mandy. Any discussion?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
When is the design supposed to be due back to us? Do they know? Because plans are to try to start next May, correct?
Yeah, they're well aware of our schedule and our 14-month strategic plan for that part of the high school. They've reviewed that work. They've talked with us a few times about possible dates. They know that the target breaking ground date is the middle of May of 27, and to work extensively through the summer. Some of the work, they're being honest with us, might spill into September, into the early fall. So they know the design work has to be done quickly this fall to get back to us, because this initial design work is just to have a better understanding of the true cost and scope of the project.
Okay.
And so they will be coming back to us this fall.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have 9.02, consider approval of nutrition services meal price increase.
Good evening, Madam Chair Castilian, Superintendent Dr. Cooper, and Board of Trustees. We are requesting an approval for an increase for lunches and breakfast. Since August 17th of 2022, Sweetwater County School District Number 2 Nutrition Services has maintained the same price for student breakfast and lunches. Due to continued increase in cost of food and non-food supplies resulting from inflation, it's necessary to adjust meal prices. Effective 8/19/2026, student prices would increase by 25 cents and adult meals would increase by 50 cents.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the nutrition meals services meal price increase as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Michelle,
Second.
second by Tate. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have an update on the maintenance summer projects.
Yeah, and before we jump into all these images and all these great upgrades they've done for us across the district, I do want to give a shout out to our maintenance and grounds crew. If you haven't noticed, please take a look at our schools. They are amazing. I'm hearing from principals that are coming back from summer break. This is the most beautiful the schools have ever looked. And that's also a shout out to our custodial staff. The grounds outside and the maintenance work is one thing, but inside the custodial staff has also been cleaning the floors and the carpets and getting back to our maintenance crew, we also worked with 13 high school students who we hired on for a summer crew. They did things like painted somewhere between 10 and 20,000 square feet of walls in our classrooms. They also did a lot of grounds work. It was nice to have that younger, fresh team on board this summer to help us out. So I just want to give a shout out to maintenance and custodial departments for really stepping up this summer and improving our buildings to the best that we've had in many years. As you can see here, number one, the high school gym flag has been installed. We've had this flag for a couple of years in storage, so we finally devised a plan and got this organized, and thank you to our maintenance crew. They had two of those lifts, those scissor lifts in there, and they very carefully raised that up without doing any damage to our floors and installed it. They tell me it goes down and it comes back up really fast, so we're looking forward to seeing that in action when we pledge allegiance to the flag at the first home game. I'm not even sure when that's going to be, but it'd be a volleyball game, I would imagine, coming up here real soon. So it'll be fun to see. This is a boiler gasket valve replacement. You remember, all of these projects have been presented to you along the way. These are kind of the completed pictures, and just to note the completion of these projects. So we can go on to the next one here. Boiler replacement. Oh, the aquatic center, yes. If you remember, those were leaking really bad, and we had inconsistent water temperatures with our pools, and so we were able to replace those. We digitized Washington schools. They're no longer analog, so that's very nice. They were the last school to get digital for their HVAC systems, so nice upgrade for them. And McKinnon air conditioner furnace, yep, so that's been installed and should be working just fine down there now too, so they actually have air conditioning in McKinnon. And on that note, it's not completed yet, but we are still working on the Lincoln Middle School HVAC system. That's a larger project that is under review right now with the State Department, because that's requiring more funds and approvals for that. That's a complete overhaul of the entire Lincoln Middle School HVAC system, so that we can have air conditioning even in the auditorium, that whole wing down on the east side of the building. So it's coming along. Lots of big projects underway. They also recarpeted and tore out the accordion bleachers in the FFA Ag classroom, and they're remodeling the flex classroom next door there for metals and autos to share there. So there are other small remodel improvements like that around the district they've been working on.
Great, thank you. They've been busy.
Yes, they have.
And looks good. Okay, next we have 9.04, Section E, support new policies, third reading.
Good evening again, Madam Chair, Superintendent Dr. Cooper, and Board of Trustees. First of all, again, thank you to our Super 8 committee. We've been meeting virtually the past couple of months, and I appreciate everybody checking that email and responding back. And for 9.04, Section E, A through H, at this point, there are no adjustments made or any further discussion on those. So at this point, I would ask for your consideration for approval A through E under 9.04 for third reading new policies.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve Section 9.04, Section E, support new policies, third reading A through H?
So moved.
Moved by Tom, second by
Second.
Mandy. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have 9.05, Section E, support revision of current policies, third reading.
Through this section of policies, we do have one minor change that was brought to our attention just in relation to G, which is policy EGAB, inspection and copying of public records. There's some more discussion. We definitely are seeing an increase in requests for public records. And with that, we have noticed there's a lot of time that goes into it, and we've been talking a bit with our business office as well and other departments, the time that goes behind the scenes to get things ready. So it was suggested that we adjust the threshold from $250 to $150. And again, thank you, Super 8 Committee, for answering those emails and approving that to move forward to the board. So that is our minor change to policy EGAB. And there were no other changes. So at this point, I ask for your consideration of approval for policies A through I, third reading.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve 9.05, Section E, support revision of current policies A through I with the changes as noted?
So moved.
Moved by Mandy, second by Tate. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's a quick meeting. Next, we'll move on to the board and superintendent comments. So we'll just start with Mandy.
I want to tell everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone has a good school year. The summer went by very fast. I think this is the shortest agenda we've ever had, 40-minute meeting, which is nice. So just keep it short. Welcome back, Darren, and welcome our new principal, Mr. Jasmine. I seen him the other day.
Yeah.
And all of our new teachers, paras, and staff that we have. So good luck. I hope everyone has a good start to the school year, and let us know if you guys need any support.
Thank you. Dan?
Same thing. I know my wife was happy to be back and start teaching again. Please watch out for our kids. With all people running around trying to get to school on time that first day, please watch out for our kids. Hope all the staff's having fun. Hope they learn in their PLCs. And I hope we have a great school year.
Thank you. Tate?
Oh, I
I
wasn't
don't know,
ready.
I'm jumping around
I was
today.
thinking. Coach Heslop, hope you had a good retirement. Welcome back. Alan, thanks for putting that presentation together for back to school. That's some really good information. It was a quick summer. It felt like we were busy with stuff all summer with school board, so let's just hit the ground running, and I'm ready for my kids to go back to school. So thanks for everybody for being here. I'll repeat what Daniel said. Stop signs for school buses. We get out of that norm. Watch out, little kids, kindergartners, they like to run across streets. I know all too well. So watch out for the kids. Thank a crossing guard. Thank somebody in the nutrition department. It's going to be busy first couple of weeks. So thanks everybody, and I hope you have a good couple of days left.
Thank you. Tom?
Well, first of all, I want to give heartfelt thoughts and prayers to Ashley Sweat and her family. Tragic loss this week, and so I hope that everyone will keep her and her family in our prayers. I can't believe tomorrow teachers are coming back. You missed that part, Coach Heslop, because it's I don't have to go to work tomorrow. That's kind of nice. But anyway, Malcolm Robb, overdue, much deserving. Obviously, he's a very humble man, and he's a great teacher. The kids love him. Good to see our CTE project get off the ground. I'm excited for that. You know, when we break for summer, as a teacher, we always had we put in a lot of hours during the year, but you had the summer off. But for a lot of people, that's when the work begins. And hats off to Brendan and Amanda and Eli for the work that you guys have done. I'm kind of in that loop a little bit, but you guys have done an amazing job with transportation. We've got some cool stuff going on there. You should stop and check it out. Heather, nice job. The summer meal program, got that off the ground. That was awesome. So thank you very much for that. It's always hard to deal with federal guidelines and trying to put a meal on the table that kids really want to eat and still live within the rules, and they make it tougher all the time, so congratulations on that. Anne Marie and Jamie got all the hiring done. I think we're done, right?
We're wrapping up the paraprofessionals. We're so close.
Okay, so, but what a monumental task. JR and the IT department, they started scrambling the day that school was out, and they got pretty much all the work done. I think you got just about everything done now, so. Yeah. Logan, obviously, we talked about Logan and all the stuff that his crew had to do, but Autumn Cummings had to take on all the work with custodians, which we know was a monumental task too. So anyway, it was a great summer for them, and I think they're glad to see their huge workload come to an end, but hats off to all those people that stepped up and did a good job, so.
Thank you. Michelle?
I really want to keep it short because I'm hoping that this sets the precedent for the year for our board meetings. But anyway, congratulations to Malcolm. What a fun teacher. I always enjoyed working with him. Enjoyed the presentation for all the things that are going to be happening to start the school. Thank you for hiring and all that stuff. It's so good, and that I'm so proud of the custodial staff and maintenance department that the compliments are coming in. Isn't that nice? You know, makes you proud to be it. It's just a good way to start the year. And for the kids. And I wanted to compliment this school lunch as well. Thank you so much. And welcome back, Darren. I hope it's a little less stressful than being a principal, but because I really enjoy retirement. So, but anyway, I think it's a great year, and welcome back, and thanks for everything. And also, I just want to remember Ashley and her family in prayers.
Thank you. I would echo that too. We are thinking of Ashley and keeping her in our thoughts and prayers and her family. Also, thank you to everyone who has worked so hard to get us ready for the school year and for teachers to return tomorrow and kids to come back next week. And I think it'll be a great year. It's a team, it takes a team effort. So thank you to everyone, to all the departments, and we look forward to having a great year. Dr. Cooper.
Yeah, thank you. Just a couple of quick highlights here. The transportation barbecue, thank you for hosting that. That was a lot of fun. I got to drive a bus. It was a good time again. And thanks. A lot of community members came out. A lot of kids were happy. A lot of parents were happy about that. A lot of bus safety was covered. That was really well done. I appreciate you continuing that tradition. I want to give a couple other reminders about Friday coming up. Friday, we have a lot of fun things happening. One thing that you may not have seen a flyer on is our Southwest Manufacturing Partnership. The SWMP folks are hosting a kind of a networking with industry partners, business partners, and our teachers at the high school at 7 a.m. on this Friday. So if you want to come by and get a donut, and they're going to have cowboy donuts, I think, and meet with businesses as they're networking with some teachers and talking about possible work-based learning placements. I know Darren will be there, and I'll be there, and Mr. Jasmine will be there, and many teachers and our SWMP partners as well. That's a fun time. Later that same day, we have our nutrition department. Thank you, Heather, for stepping up, and they will be hosting a kind of a dessert debut of like new desserts that they're going to try out this year, and pastries and other fun baked goods. So if you get there between 11:30 and 1 at the high school, you can grab yourself a pastry or some dessert or something. And I think there's going to be a little QR code, so you can hold your phone up to it, and then it describes what it is and how to order it. Because the idea is maybe principals and department heads will order these items then for their staff when they're having staff meetings every now and then, and teachers for like class parties and things like that. We're not doing the food trucks like we've typically done. The food trucks always want to be at River Days. River Days is starting up this Friday. They want to be parked down there and get a good spot for that Friday night action. So we let them go. We said, fine, we don't need you this year. We're going to go a different route, and our nutrition department stepped up. So I'm excited about that. At 1 o'clock, we have an outstanding presenter coming, a keynote speaker that is very inspiring. I'm sure you've seen the flyer. It's come out on your emails. Clint Swindle, tell me something good is his tagline. And he is just amazing. We saw him up at Casper at the WSBA conference, so we were able to bring him down here to present at 1 o'clock at the high school. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then by 2:30, everyone's turned loose just to get their classrooms ready or start heading down towards the River Festival starting up Friday afternoon. Another thing I want to mention too is I voted today. Everyone can vote in the primary now. It's early voting up until the 18th. The 18th is the official election day for the primary, so that's like the official day where you can go to your typical locations for voting. But if you want to vote early, I suggest doing that because there's no one down there. And to head down there, and there's just several people to help you get your ballot, get going, and cast your vote and take care of that. Then you don't forget. If the 18th is the day before school, that was my concern. There's going to be a lot of things going on, and it's going to be hard for us to kind of break away and go and vote. So that's why I chose to vote today. So do your research and get down there and vote. Yeah, and thank you everyone. Thank you for this amazing staff right here for leading, organizing and leading the professional development we've had for our educators. We've had day after day of great trainings in this room here, substitute training, new teacher training, all kinds of training for veteran teachers, PLC training today. It's been day after day, a lot of learning, so thank you for all that work. And yeah, I'll just pause right there. Thanks.
Thank you. I need a motion to go into executive session for board member evaluations.
I'll move.
Moved by Tom,
Second.
second by Mandy. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. No action was taken. Can I get
Gotta
a
come out.
motion to come out? Oh, we need a
Motion to come out of executive session?
Second.
motion by Tom, second by Tate, and no action was taken in our executive session. I need a motion to adjourn our meeting.
So moved.
Moved by Tom,
Second.
second by Dan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, thank you.